Good evening, ghosts and ghouls of the night, and welcome to another nerdy episode of another nerdy talk show, where we talk nerd. So we're gonna have a little bit of a slow start today. Kuma is at a concert for his birthday. Happy birthday, Kuma! Wish you were here. Can't wait to see you when you get back. And Cruiser's gonna be joining us later, so you guys are gonna be stuck with me, and you're gonna watch me make a complete ass of myself as usual. Anyway, with that being said, tonight we've got trailers for Bang, A Christmas Story Christmas, A Christmas Karen, a shit ton of Silent Hill games, and Resident Evil 4 the remake. Seriously, there was just so much Silent Hill this week. I don't know what the occasion was, but whatever. In other news, we got some rumor of a couple of actors entering the MCU, and a couple of you might know, one of which has been confirmed, the other has not. And if one of them is concerned, he's playing a really, really important villain that I think everybody's been waiting for. Excuse me. And lastly, we have news on Disney Plus and its next anime that it intends to premiere. This is a rather weird one because it's a sequel to one that was released in 2010. All that and more tonight on another nerdy episode of another nerdy talk show. Cue the Halloween opening!
And now it's time for your weekly vocabulary builder, helping you make other people feel stupid since the dawn of man. This week's word is
Ilorophile. It is a noun. Definition: a cat lover. When used in a sentence, Cruiser is such an ilorophile that he eats cat videos to maintain eternal youth.
Congratulations, you are now 0.03% smarter. We'll be back next week with more ridiculous smart words you've never heard of. Or maybe you have. In which case, tough shit.
Welcome back, everyone, to another nerdy episode of another nerdy talk show where we talk nerd. And as I previously said before, we're kind of having a bit of a slow start. Why is my camera not on? What the fuck? So, yes, they're going to be joining us real soon, and why the heck is my light not orange? I commanded this thing to be orange. It's Halloween. Orange. 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 Oranger. There we go. Red? No, that's too red. Nah, orange is good. It's never an easy thing to get here, people. It's like never easy to find good coloring. Especially on Halloween. I mean, like, what do you expect? On Christmas, you wear the Christmas hat and everything else just goes to whatever. So with that said, I hope you guys are having a good week. It's been a little crazy for me going back and forth on things. But, you know, Halloween is right around the corner. And honestly, I don't know what to even do. One of my big things that people have brought up is that it is the 10th anniversary of the Snow on Mount Silver movie that I made in 2011, I'm going to say? 2012, excuse me. I am not using my brain today. But yeah, that's going to be happening. I'd like to talk about some of the stuff I did with that, so yeah. Jeez, nothing really else is up there, honestly. It's just going to be another ordinary Halloween. I'm actually going to be going to Jason Ruth's party. Jason Ruth, the guy who produced Mystery Brony Theater. We're going to be going to his place, partying hard like we do every year. Going to be a fun time. We usually just sit there, eat food, and then we just talk about, play some games, and then we just watch a movie to end the night. While I continue my tradition of watching War of the Worlds. I remember last year when we watched the Night of the Living Dead. It was interesting, though, just to see something like that. But, you know, good stuff. Always good watching things with friends. Always a good time. Get some Cheez-Its with me for that kind of stuff. Little heads up, me and Cruiser did go to the Gorillaz concert, but we're not going to be talking about that until next week, because I believe Kuma's going to see the Gorillaz as well. But yeah, we had a good time. Cruiser had a TikTok that he posted all of his videos on. I unfortunately don't have a link to it, but, you know. That being said, let's begin. Yeah. Thank you, Viva Rivera. That thing with the little piece of the hair getting in your mouth is really crazy. I know what you mean now. With that being said, yeah, let's just talk about some of the stuff coming out here. I'm actually going to talk more about the trailers when Cruiser gets here. So let's start off with the Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff here. Some interesting news came out this week regarding the Marvel Cinematic Universe. First of all, let me start off with one actor being confirmed to replace another actor. That being Harrison Ford, everybody. Wait, what the frick? Ah, there we go. Harrison Ford is coming to the MCU. If you don't know, do I even need to tell you who Harrison Ford is? Do I need to tell you who this smug-ass guy is? Oh my goodness. But I know, it's for the children, I gotta be fair. Harrison Ford is the guy who played Han Solo in Indiana Jones. A fine actor, if I do say so myself. He's gonna be joining the MCU, about time, where he will be the new actor portraying the role of General Thaddeus Thunderbolt, aka the Red Hulk. And my only thoughts is what Harrison Ford is going to be looking like if they actually go with the Red Hulk concept. I mean, he has that bit of a square head that can kind of fit that in a way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could see his hair being like dyed black and rustled up. You could totally see this guy into the Red Hulk thing, in my opinion. And it would be one of the very few times we get to see Harrison Ford very much angry. When he's angry, he gets angry, but he's still a little grumpy at the same time. But see him get like freak angry, that's gonna be a big show for me. But yes, he's gonna be making the debut in the upcoming 4th Captain America movie, Captain America: New World Order, and where he will be starring opposite Anthony Mackie. He is also, as I said before, excuse me, replacing William Hurt due to his tragic death this last March. And yeah, it's kind of interesting. This is like the second time I've ever seen an actor like take over for another role. The other one being Dom Cheadle, who played War Machine or Rhodey or whatever. But the other thing is that wait, who the heck played Rhodey before Dom Cheadle? Hold on a second. Who played Rhodey in Iron Man 1? That would be Terrence Howard. Yeah. I don't know if I like to make this joke every once in a while, saying that Terrence Howard is a variant of Rhodey in the MCU. Is that possible? I think it is. Maybe. Loki, it was your fault, so make it happen. Yeah, I think Cheadle was a lot better. I've seen him do some real good stuff there. Cheddar Jack flavored. I love this shit. Anyway, moving on. Another actor has been apparently not confirmed but reported. Sacha Baron Cohen joining the MCU, who will be portraying the much anticipated comic book villain Mephesto. Mephesto is the Marvel equivalent of Satan. Maybe a little bit more to that. And he was portrayed in the original Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider movie by Peter Fonda, I believe. Excuse me. Yeah, Peter Fonda. He played Satan in that movie, and I think Mephesto was also technically in Ghost Rider 2. I didn't see Ghost Rider 2. I try to avoid that movie because I remember when I was in film school, a bunch of people saw it. My buddy, I think his name was Mike Kelly. He went to see it, and he wouldn't shut up about how bad it was. He really, really despised it. But I have yet to see both movies, so yeah, call me a poser of a nerd, but whatever. I'm not the best. But yeah, in terms of what he's going to be doing here, he's going to be in the upcoming 6-episode series coming to Disney Plus, Ironheart, which is a series I am very much looking forward to. Love me some Iron Man suit and Ironheart. I love what she can do. I love her ideas and her concept, and she's one of the main seller points for me for the next Black Panther movie, just seeing her in action. Yeah, amongst other, one among other things, but you know. But we had a possible leak of this cast thing. It was reported that the actor, let me see. Okay. But if you don't know who Sacha Baron Cohen is, he's done quite a lot of roles. But us as nerds may know him as the voice of King Julian from Madagascar, and as recently Uncle Ugo in Luca. Ugo? U-G-O. Sorry, Luca's been in a movie I have yet to see because I've been busy with work and everything. But, you know, it's something I still want to try and do. So, yeah. But here's where this whole thing started here. A source close to production confirmed to Dateline that there has been a talk on the set about Cohen being part of Ironheart, possibly playing Mephesto. Aside that, we don't know a lot of what the details are, but, you know, good stuff. How you doing, Lady Wolf? Good to see you here. I was just talking about how Sacha Baron Cohen here is joining the MCU, is possibly joining the MCU as their Satan Mephesto. Dude, I hope they give him the throne and everything and don't just make him a man in a suit like they did with Peter Fonda. But, you know, good stuff. Good stuff. Sorry, I got caught up by a video here of Bruce posting here on No Ordinary Balloon Man 87 on Instagram of him showing what was like at the Gorilla concert. Check that out. It's No Ordinary Balloon Man 87 on Instagram. I gotta start uploading more to TikTok as recommended by Cruiser. But also speaking of Disney, let's talk about something else that Disney's coming out with. A new anime series was announced for Disney Plus this year. Fuck. Anyway, I'm sorry, Cruiser just sent me a message and it said something weird. So yes, this week it was announced that an anime is coming to Disney Plus. Disney's been dabbling in and out of anime with projects, and the one that's been out so far will be Star Wars Visions, which season 2 is coming next year. I am looking forward to it because I like the concept. I actually showed my girlfriend some of it, and she thought it was good. She thought it was okay. She didn't really pay too much on it, but you know, I thought she liked what she saw. Really like that first start with the whole black and white Kurosawa deal, but I can't wait to see what they come up with that. But that's not what we're talking about. One of the new animes that they announced this week was actually not just any anime, but a sequel to an anime series. That being, and I apologize if I pronounce this name wrong. Bring it up. There we go. That would be Tatami Time Machine Blues. Tatami Time Machine Blues is a sequel to the Tatami Galaxy anime adaptation from 2010. I have yet to see this anime. I seriously, if I'm going to see it on Disney, I got to catch up to it. I don't know whether or not they're going to be getting the same dub actors if there was a dub. I don't know if there was one. Let me take a look real quick. Tatami Galaxy. Was there a dub? Let me see. Tatami Galaxy 2010 dub. I used to watch a lot of dubbed anime back then, so yeah. Doesn't look like there was. There was just a subbed anime. So yeah, that's pretty interesting, at least to my knowledge. It's coming from the same company that made Devilman Crybaby, a series I adored when it came out. Made me cry. Watched it with Bruce. Watched it from start to finish. It's really a depressing anime. If you haven't seen it, I love it. You'll love it. It's really good. Then also Space Dandy, which is also a good anime in my opinion. I haven't seen all of it, but I love what I've seen of it. So yeah. In the description of the anime is it is August 12th. After the remote control of his boarding house's only air conditioning unit is inadvertently destroyed by spilled cola, I devises a plan to return to yesterday in a time machine to recover the remote before it breaks. However, his prankster friend Ozu cannot resist playing with past events, even if it means bringing the universe to the brink of destruction. Now I finds himself racing through time to avoid disaster. Sounds like the plot of the Back to the Future ride where Biff takes over the time machine just to fuck with time. It's rather... It's an interesting concept. Time travel animes I haven't seen a lot of personally. I know there are probably several, but like it's I'm not talking like time skips. I don't even know if I can't really name a lot of time travel animes off the top of my head, but I could be completely BSing my mind out of it. So yeah, this is coming out actually this November. I'm looking forward to seeing. I mean, look at this poster. Look at this poster right here. Here, it's actually looking nice. I think it's a nice design. Has some good stuff, and I don't know. I like a whole thing with like whole Japanese culture, everything like that. Look at that shit. I don't know what's going on. It's got me like a fully cooly kind of gag to it, but not by like art design, but more or less everything going on at once. But you know, interesting stuff. With that being said, I'm gonna be holding all that stuff for the trailers for the week. I'm gonna be waiting for Cruiser to get here so we can talk about them. Aside from that, how's your week been? My week has been very slow and boring. Aside from doing a lot of editing on World Part 2, I've been doing some... I've just been playing a lot of video games and just writing half my time. Did some drone flying. There was a sinkhole that actually opened up down my street, and I got some cool over the head shots. I'm not gonna show them here, but like it was really scary. Like here's my the recycle truck coming down. This big ass garbage truck. It goes down there and like the front wheel sinks, just like falls in there. The guy made it out okay. It didn't like go head first in there, but it was like just tilted. The driver's wheel was just in there. And yeah, all that's left there right now is a gaping hole that's been sealed off, so no one can go that way. And it's garbage day tomorrow, so I'm really looking forward to seeing the garbage truck awkwardly having to back up to get out. I'll totally post that if I can capture it on video on my Instagram, Shaded Scythe Studios. But what else? What else are you guys up to? Tell me about it. We're still waiting for Cruiser to come back, so talk to me. Talk to me as I drink all my water. Talk to me, please. Talk to me in the chat. I like to talk to people. Dear Lord. One other thing I've been doing this week, I started rewatching Rocket Power. And aside it being the most dated shit I've ever seen on Nickelodeon, I'm just like... What do I describe this? I'm going to be talking more to Cruiser. We were talking about this on our way back from the Gorillaz concert, but taking care of a crazy cat keeps running outside. Sounds annoying. Are you so what you're saying is you're basically an Ilorophile? I hope I said that right. I gotta check again because I'm really kind of nervous I did.
Ilorophile.
Yes, I was right. If you don't know, our word of the day, for those of you who missed it, our word of the day was Ilorophile, which is a cat lover. So you learn things every day. That's why we put that there. Probably one of the very few times I've actually used the word of the day on the stream. But, you know, it's weird. I have to keep track of the words of the day. I'm thinking about bringing it back next year because... Actually, that brings up a good point here. The last month for ants is going to be really weird. If you guys don't know, whenever we do ants, we stream from February to December, and then we take a month off in January to restructure the show, add segments, see what we want to do, how we want to change, and how we want to do things. Yeah, it's going to be weird because ants is going to fall on... not only Christmas this year, but New Year's Eve. I'm sorry, New Year's Eve... Wait. New Year's Eve? Oh yeah, New Year's Day, excuse me. So, we don't know what we're going to do. We may, we're going to have 4 weeks to practice. So we might just do our last stream on New Year's Day, which is going to be really weird. Oh my goodness, so much to talk about. Just like I don't even know what's going on there. I'll give this world one more year to survive. If not, then we're doomed. Watching an anime called Seven Deadly Sins. Oh, my buddy Jason loves that anime. He showed me episode 1, and I don't really remember much of it, but I heard it's really good. You see cosplayers from that all the time. I believe you said you were watching Demon Slayer as well. I mean, you know, good stuff there. You know, Lady Wolf, you can always just call in if you want on the Discord chat. I actually just realized that now. If you want to join our Discord, you can actually, with the instructions of how to come on the show, you can actually do this. If you haven't joined it already or whatever, for a call-in. My situation right now is that, like, you know, it's really bare. I like to keep my Discord chat active when I can. One of the things next year I also want to point out here is I'm going to be learning 2 new programs, Blender and Illustrator. I got myself a new tablet for my cousin, this old beast. Hopefully I can make it work. Otherwise, I have to get another giant beast. And those things are like $500, and, you know, money's kind of a big tight-edge situation for me right now. But one of the things that I'm working on is just trying to practice more on animation skills. Like, one of my exercises next year is I'm going to try and lock myself away from work for a week and get a hotel room where I'll spend like 4 days to see if I can make an animation from start to finish, from the drawing portion to the exit. It's like a big exercise, and it's just to help me prep more and more for this for my dream series, which is coming together nice. I'm writing down notes and everything, and I still want to figure out backup plans of what I want to do with it. So yeah, it's rather sad actually, because I haven't been to work in like the last 2 weeks because of personal reasons. My planet needed me, but I'm looking to go back soon so I can finally go back to drawing in the morning. It's rather sad actually. At least I had some more time to spend with my girl and stuff. Anybody else doing anything out there for Halloween? Aside the one person in there that's talking to me, but, you know, good stuff. Hi, Nikki. How you doing? Nikki rocks. Oh, you're talking to me from Discord. I forgot I linked up. I keep forgetting that. I added a new feature on Discord where the general chat is linked to the is actually linked to the did you? Hold on. Yeah, if you go to the stream chat room, I actually found a way to link up the stream chat room in our Discord to the main chat. Go to the voice chat below in the ants. I could bring you in. I could use somebody to talk to. But yeah, there's just been a lot. One of the trailers I recently missed out on was for Choo Choo Charlie, which is apparently a horror game where you're in a train yard. I forgot who you're playing. I don't know who you're playing as, but like, there's this weird train with a weird, creepy face. It has spider legs, and it's chasing you. Your only means of escape is this train on a rail. You have to like pick up supplies to like fix the train, all while this train is like stalking you. It's kind of like Nemesis in the original Resident Evil 3, or like Mr. X in Resident Evil 2, the remake. It's honestly it's an interesting concept. They finally found a way to make trains scary. No, seriously, look it up. Choo Choo Charlie. It's actually a pretty scary game. Like, what the gun? There's like a rail gun on the back where you have to shoot the train when it chases you, and you also gotta hide from it when you're outside the train. It's really interesting. It gave me like more of a Friday the 13th deal, except if Jason was a train. You can actually customize. Okay, we gotta call her. It's Sarah the Queen coming in here. Get ready, my friend. As soon as I take care of that, there we go. Sarah the Queen, you are on ants. Sarah?
Hello.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Hello.
Finally, I got some company on the air. How are you this fine, devilishly ghoulish night? Sarah? Sarah? You there?
Hello.
Hmm?
Hold on.
I'm holding on. What do I hold on to? I don't have anything to hold on to. I don't have a seatbelt on. Am I going to be flying out of my seat? Is this like a roller coaster? For the record, people, I know this is taking a while, but hey, I have company and it's making me less embarrassing. So there you go. But you know, Choo Choo Charlie. It really looks like a horrifying game. I mean, like I don't play a lot of horror games. I mean, honestly, I link that back to my high functioning anxiety, which is why I kind of am not in the big thing for horror games. But you know. But Sarah, what have you been playing horror game wise? I guess I'm still. Oh, I was about to say. I guess I'm still supposed to hold on. Excuse me. What? So what were you saying?
Been playing something. Worry?
What was it called?
The Quarry.
The Quarry. What is that game? I've never heard of it.
It's like a survival horror game. The decisions you make depend on if you kill the characters or make them survive.
It sounds a little bit. Really? So what do you do? Do you kill the characters or make them survive?
My decisions usually kill the characters.
Oh, really? Why is that?
I've made the wrong decision.
Yeah. Please, Sarah, play armchair therapist with me and tell me what caused your weird killing sprees in video games. In video games, everybody, not real life. Give me a break. Come on, it's not even a true thing.
I don't know. I've always played horror games.
And horror games have allowed you to have the decision of just letting somebody die in the game.
Not on purpose.
You just said in horror you have the decision to kill or let the characters live. You said I usually let kill the characters.
Yeah, through bad decision making.
Really? And what's the cost? What's the benefit? It's like when you play BioShock and you kill the little sisters and then...
Well, I don't know. You probably have a giant machine after you.
You don't know that. Big Daddies were awesome. Should I just break the news and tell people that I know who you are?
Or
Maybe. Yeah. Sarah's my girlfriend, everybody. I'm already killing out time with her. Thank you very much. It's actually I appreciate that. It's actually kind of funny. I was on Facebook and both your parents sent me friend requests.
really?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Oh no, I accepted it because I want to see all the weird shit they post on there and see what they think of me. I'm like, so Sarah, your boyfriend posted this. Is he okay?
No, they think
Why?
you're cool.
Why is he posting pictures of weird, scary trains with 8 legs? Oh my god. We got another caller coming in here, Mr. Angel of Speed. Hey, let's bring Angel of Speed in here and see what Angel of Speed has to say today about the speed situation. So let's bring him in here. Angel of Speed, welcome. You are on Ants.
Hello.
Hello, Angel of Speed.
What's up?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Great. I'm glad you were able to join us on our stream tonight. How are you this fine day? Are you getting ready for Halloween?
I'm not sure.
What do you mean you're not sure? It's
I'm
Halloween.
not sure. Mm.
What do you mean you don't know? It's Halloween, dude. You go around the houses with. You can wear anything you want and get free food. What do you? What? It's just saying I don't know. You're not. Did you not like grow up with Halloween or something?
Not at the moment, really.
Everything okay, buddy?
Yeah.
What's going on with you? Tell me what you've been doing.
I've mostly just been hanging around.
Hanging around. How are you alive?
Well, anyway, the thing's all weird on the stream. It's just showing us two right next to each other.
Oh, sorry about that. Thank you very much. What I do is I do this in studio mode where I have to make. It shows me like two screens, and I have to make like an alternation to one screen doing that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes. You sound really confused. Why are you confused? Tell me why you're confused.
I'm not.
Okay, good. Excellent. Sarah, I think he's confused. Anyway, so what have you been playing any good games lately? Seeing any good movies? Talk to me.
Well, I did recently see the new Hocus Pocus movie.
Okay, I want to actually ask you this. Have you seen the original?
Yeah, I believe so.
Do you like the original?
Yes.
I think that's the best answer I could ever give to anybody who's saying if they like the original Hocus Pocus. Yes. What did you think of the new one?
It was okay. It's a movie that exists.
It was different.
A little bit.
Really? I heard it was like a retread of the same thing, like rinse and repeat.
Yeah, kinda. That kind of thing happens with sequels. Especially with some premises like that.
It depends on what you're looking at. I mean, most kids' movies have that same thing there if it works before, you know? I mean, the people I don't hear a lot of that don't give it as much praise as it says. I've heard that fans of the movie will probably not find it interesting, but most people who haven't seen Hocus Pocus are finding it really cool. Not knowing that the original one was kind of more flawed, but you know. I mean, I remember back in my Disney days, we actually got together after work one day and watched it after the park hours. Watched it in Monsters Inc. laugh floor. It was a good time there. We had a karaoke contest and a costume contest. I lost.
How unfortunate.
Yes, I lost to a guy dressed up as a cow and another one dressed in drag. It was really interesting. It came down to see who could lip sync I Put a Spell on You the best. A little fun fact here. The guy who played the cat in the original, James Marsden, you may also know him as the voice of Max Goof from Goofy Movie. Me and him were at the same convention when that movie was finally confirmed.
And how did you like interact with him?
Yeah, I was like, dude, I heard the news. What's the deal? Are we somehow gonna is Thackeray coming back for a while for the sequel? He's like, I don't know. I just learned about it last night.
And he did not come back?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. You saw the sequel. Did he come back? Did the cat come back?
There was a black cat, but it was not the one played by Jason Marsden.
It wasn't? James Marsden wasn't in there? Did I call him Jason? I don't know. I apologize. Hold on a second here.
I'm sure those two get confused a lot. They have similar names and all that.
Of course, one's an actor who played a dragon in an anime dub, and the other one is I don't know. Let's see here. Unfortunately, he is not. It sucks. But no, Angel of Speed, I really thank you for coming on tonight and talking to me.
You're welcome.
I expect next week for you to come on. I want to see you dressed in your best Halloween costume. You do that, I'll send you an entire bag of Air Pocket Hershey Kisses.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be dressing up as anything. Or if I'm actually going to show up here on Ants.
Nah, man, why not? It's a good time there to show off the costumes and everything there.
I don't know, man.
You. Anyway, thanks for joining us tonight. Oh my god, this is what I gotta deal with. You wanna know something about Hocus Pocus that really kind of got me on my nerves? Is, years later, I thought, the cat's name was Zachary. But, it's not. It's Thackeray. Like, who the heck names their kid Thackeray? I ask you. Like, seriously, who names their kid Thackeray? I just, like, friggin' need to know. It's also weird that he's voiced by, that they gotta... It's kind of weird because, when he's a cat, he has a different voice actor. Someone in the 1600s, apparently. Thank you, Angel of Speed. But yeah, when he's a human, he's played by Sean Murray. But when he's a cat, he's voiced by Jason Marsden. What the frick? What, Jason? Were you not like there? It was funny because I remember that same night he was the host of the burlesque show that night.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was really funny stuff. He was a nice guy. He really was.
Speaking of movies. But speaking of movies,
What?
the last movie I watched today was Jeepers Creepers Reborn.
Is that like the more recent one?
Yeah.
Really? How is it?
A lot of CGI, but it was okay. It was better than the third one.
I don't know. Jeepers Creepers is one of those movies I keep forgetting exists. It's like, I don't know. I mean, like, what do you expect? The villain of that series is like, I don't know, some weird fish scarecrow guy. I don't know. I don't know if he has a name. It's like, what? The Creeper?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the Creeper. The only Creeper I know is the guy from Scooby-Doo.
And a Crypt Keeper.
No, that's the Crypt Keeper. Thank you very much. Who I actually also met at that same convention James Marsden was in. So, like, he was there next to Marsden, and I kept telling him, plus those exploding plant things from Minecraft. Friggin'... Oh, yeah, those aren't really plants. I thought they were just weird monsters, but are they plants? I don't know.
Creeper?
Yeah, the creeper from Minecraft. Oh, look, Cruiser's here.
Yes, your Lord and Savior has arrived.
Yes, thank you. Cruiser, I've been joined here for company by Sarah.
Who is she?
Sarah's my girlfriend.
Oh, so you're the one who wants to go to the horror con.
Yes.
Yes. We shall both enjoy making Evan's time miserable, for he is the one who has a heart attack and won't do Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh, thank you very much. I mean, like, I would go there for the times there, but yeah. I mean, you're cool with her being on here, are you? She was just on there and wanted to give me company because I was kind of making a dick of myself.
You do that every time.
I know. But I'm not. It's not as funny when I'm alone. But yeah, Sarah's a huge horror fan and she likes her stuff.
Cheers.
Just got through watching. She said you just saw Jeepers Creepers Reborn.
I am so sorry you wasted your time.
Yeah, me too.
Trust me.
That movie looks pretty bad. It looks cheap as hell. I'm not sure why we needed another one. But okay. I figured the monster would have been happy killing Justin Long off. Guess not.
It's funny because, like, you look at, like, I was just telling them, like, Jeepers Creepers seems like something similar to Hellraiser. It's like one of those things that horror movie fans think exist, but then they realize they're, like, not a big fan on it.
The only thing is that Hellraiser is the more loved.
Ah.
Yeah, Hellraiser became
That and its recent iteration is better.
You haven't seen it. How would you know?
I I haven't seen the movie all the way through. I've seen parts of the parts that matter, though. Cinema Snob also did a review of it.
And you give me shit for listening to reviewers.
Well, I saw some of it. The problem I have with Hellraiser movies is I don't know what the hell is going on. No pun intended. Except for the first one where the guy's just trying to revive his flesh, but like what? That's kind of one of the things I use the Cinema Snuff for. I'm like, what the hell is going on in this movie? And why does Pinhead look too hot? Seriously, she was actually really good as Pinhead. Like, everybody's kind of unanimous on that.
You hear that, Sarah? You have some competition.
I'll just dress like Pinhead then.
I would love to see you do Pinhead makeup.
Yeah. So that she can pin you. You set me up for that one. I have no faults.
Sarah, I'd like you to meet my friend, the Concert Cruiser. Concert Cruiser, this is Sarah. She's my girlfriend, and thank you very much.
And you know what? Just for you, Evan, I'm going to pull out an old favorite of yours.
No, you don't.
So Sarah.
No, not on air, man. No.
He knew exactly where I was going with that one.
Yes, I know. Anyway, I wanted to say I was actually saving the trailers for us to talk about.
Which ones?
We got quite a few actually. First of all, the first trailer we got that came out this week was A Christmas Story Christmas. A Christmas Story Christmas follows a now adult Ralphie Parker, played again by Bill Billingsley, returns to his childhood home with his heart set on giving his own children the kind of unforgettable holiday experience that defined his youth. Along with Billingsley, Ian Petrella, Zach Ward, Scott Schwartz, and Artie Robb are all set to reprise their roles as Randy Parker, Scott Farkas, Flick, and Schwartz, respectively. Why is this happening?
I'm only seeing a teaser trailer. Is there an actual trailer?
That is the trailer, teaser trailer.
The teaser?
Yes.
So it's not gonna be much of a trailer then.
So here's the deal. I think this is a dumb question to ask you guys. You guys have seen A Christmas Story, right?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yeah.
Like, we all can agree, while not perfect a movie, it's a Christmas classic.
One way or another, yeah, it became one.
Considering what I remember one night, my mom and I, you know those sugar cookies that Pillsbury makes every year with the little faces on them? They're out for Christmas, Easter, and whatever. They're like sugar cookies, and they have like little reindeers on them, or Christmas trees, or snowmen, or whatever.
Yeah.
So we got that. Wait, Sarah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Those cookies?
Yeah.
So me and my mom and sister got them, and we saw something on the back saying, use this coupon and get half off on A Christmas Story and A Christmas Story 2. And me and my sister and mom are like, what? A Christmas Story 2? What is that? So we go on the internet. I slap on YouTube. I record our reactions. I wish I knew where I had the video. And we just watch the entire thing through and we're like, oh my god. So when I told my mom that this new Christmas Story movie was coming out, because her boyfriend is actually a massive, massive, massive Christmas Story fan, and she's like, when I said there was a sequel coming out, now she's like, that's a joke, right? My mom does not get too upset at movies easily. Like, she literally said, I'm sorry, what? Like, really? So I sent it to her just to see what her boyfriend thinks. And my question is, and it's one of those days where I wish I could see the dislike ratio on YouTube because I want to see what this one looks like. Although
a certain Google add-on will show it. Will reveal it to you.
But I will give this one the benefit of the doubt. They did get all the original actors back, and even in the chat room, they seem pretty excited for it.
Yeah, well, they also got the cast back for Jurassic World Dominion.
True, but they only got
doesn't mean anything anymore. We keep getting baited with nostalgia to the point where we just don't care.
I think that's a good way to put it. Yeah. I'm not gonna say.
I mean,
that...
come on, was anybody like did anybody really have high hopes for the Skywalker saga to be pure fulfillment when they saw the Emperor again? No, of course not. It was just damage control.
Actually, that depends on what storyline they were going with, because Palpatine's returned numerous times in Star Wars canon.
I'm talking about when
you might want to use
whatever.
No, I know what you're saying, but you might want to use a different example. I think the Jurassic World domination was probably the better example.
The point is that they brought back a legacy character for the sequel trilogy, and that didn't make it better. Just like how the Dominion brought back legacy characters, and that didn't make the movie better.
Although it worked in Ghostbusters.
Not 2016.
Were they even in the 2016 one?
Yeah, they just had cameo roles, but
were they playing the characters they were? Or...
Nope.
Okay, that just doesn't.
If anything, their character they just got shat on.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, they killed Bill Murray. Ernie Hudson was reduced to being that. Oh my God, what's her name? Something Jones. Her uncle, and Dan Aykroyd had a very unfunny line. It wasn't until Afterlife things where they actually respected them and their legacy. And not to mention, we weren't even teased with their at least not all, just one in the trailers.
Two actually. I think Aykroyd was also teased.
No, I'm talking about just Aykroyd.
I know Murray was teased at one point.
I don't recall, but I do know Aykroyd was, but I don't know. I can't recall if Winston or Murray were.
They weren't. I mean, Egon was not really teased either, obviously, but maybe.
No, but I still love the ending. I still love the ending they did with him. That brought tears to my eyes.
May he rest in peace. Anyway, I want to bring on to this next trailer. I just wanted to talk about this personally because I thought it was fucking hilarious. Every year, I think I don't need to tell you guys what the Christmas rom-com is.
Was it this year?
Sarah, you know what a Christmas rom-com is, I'm assuming.
I don't.
Cruiser, would you explain what a Christmas rom-com is?
You're asking me?
You don't know either, do you?
Well, I'm guessing it's a romantic comedy just set in Christmas.
Yeah, basically. It's like one of those things. It's not... Otherwise, it's like parody movies like that, like Grumpy Cat's Christmas or like stuff. Basically anything they show on the Hallmark Channel. This year, I won't say this is a rom-com, but it feels like one for some reason, and maybe because of the cinematography. You've seen Grumpy Cat's Christmas. You've seen Holiday in Handcuffs, but this year we give you a Christmas Carol parody. It's called A Christmas Karen.
My poor mother. That's her name.
Yes, this movie is real. This movie here is real.
And I need to see this for myself.
It's on. Hold on, I'll send you a quick.
Yeah. Aw, how cute.
In the chat room here. Are you looking at it on Twitch right now, or? I thought this was a YouTube parody movie when I saw this poster. And when I did, so I thought it was a nothing trailer. I just thought it was fucking hilarious. It opens up with a little African American girl selling lemonade. She's like, "Lady, child, this is a private walkway. Wait, get out of here before I call the police." And then she runs away, and then she reaches with a cup there and grabs, like, dispenses the hot chocolate that's on there like a real bitch. And she does all the usual Karen's tropes. May I speak to your manager? Calling the police for no reason, going around, but it's crazy. I found this on a YouTube channel called Film Rise Releasing, and the plot is Karen is an entitled middle-aged woman whose demanding nature has alienated her neighbors and family. After a series of instances displaying her privilege and prejudice, Karen receives an intervention by some unconventional spirits. I think Cruiser's watching the trailer right now. So it's a Christmas Carol parody. And I like the idea of showing a Karen's past. He's watching the trailer. I work at Disney. She's worked at Legoland. We have had our Karen experiences.
Definitely.
It's always fun when you wait for the best parts that he's reacting to. And, you know, we have had our experience with that. Again, to talk more about this. But yeah, the trailer, it's a Christmas story parody, obviously. And, like...
I am not going to be seeing this movie.
Of course you're not. I'm not either. I just thought this was friggin' hilarious as a title. I do like one concept, how... When it comes to most Christmas Carol movies, they like to show the... they only show the ghost of President past, because they want to kind of tease the future ghost, because let's face it, he's the best ghost. But, I do kind of like the idea of showing the past life of a Karen when she was a girl. I thought that was some interesting stuff, like what makes a person into that. But, you know, that's kind of something that I thought was interesting to just bring up. Anyway, with the last 10 minutes here, it's time to talk about a bunch of game trailers that came out this week. And I think these two are your dish. We had not one, not two, but 4 Silent Hill trailers that came out.
We did.
Let's start off with the first one. Let's start off with the first one here. Silent Hill 2. The remake.
Awesome.
This one is going to be interesting because that was really kind of the game that kicked it off. Like, I remember, because you know that just like with Resident Evil, no one really talked about the first game. They always talked about the second game. I always remember seeing commercials for Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 3 or Silent Hill 2. Yeah. I never recall anybody talking about the first games for both those franchises.
Yes, not to say that the first game wasn't bad.
No, that's just the sequel was just where it kind of launched it into the mainstream.
Yeah, it's like Mega Man 2 in a way.
Yeah. So this is going to be exciting. It's nice to see Konami realizing that pachinko was not the way to go. Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about. He knows what I'm talking about.
I didn't think it existed when I heard about it for the first time. But
yeah, I mean, we got to ask our friend Robert about that. He's still over there in Japan.
Definitely. For those of you who don't know, Silent Hill 2 centers around James Sunderland, a widower who journeys to the town of Silent Hill after receiving a letter from his dead wife informing him that she was waiting there for him. Needless to say, he comes across a guy with a fucking pyramid on his head and a giant sword that he can't seem to pick up, so there you go.
And I remember the very first Halloween Horror Nights I went to had a Silent Hill house.
Was Pyramid Head in there?
Yep.
What about the nurses?
They had the nurses, yes. And here's the Pyramid Head was actually played by a woman. Reason being, well, I don't know if this is the official reason, but my guess is that it was a stilt actor for one. And while you'll definitely find both male and female stilt actors, my guess is that because she was pretty lightweight, it was probably easier for her to walk around with that thing on her head. That, or maybe it was just a mixture of two. I just can recall, well, she had breasts.
I could have sworn, wasn't there a female Pyramid Head at one point? Sarah? Wasn't there one?
Female Pyramid Head?
Yeah, didn't Pyramid Head come in a female variant? Or is there like only one Pyramid Head? I can't remember.
Not that I know of. All the Pyramid Heads I've seen were male.
I think it's because I've been to a lot of conventions. I've seen a lot of cosplayers play Pyramid Head. I've seen them with and without the stilts. It's like, what? Come on, that thing must have not have been easy to wear.
Not likely. I mean, hell, I remember when I met LeVar Burton, who we all know from both Star Trek and Reading Rainbow. In Star Trek, he played that guy who wore that thing across his eyes. And I asked him, man, how'd they direct you with that thing on? He goes, poorly. So I can only imagine how much worse it would be with a pyramid on your head.
Definitely. let's talk about the next Silent Hill game here. I actually, oh yeah, for those who don't know, it comes out it's a PS5 and PC exclusive for 12 months. It's available on PlayStation Store page. It's live as of now, and no real release date that I saw of. This next one, however, Silent Hill F. Jesus, this trailer gave me so much chill up my spine. I watched this with Sarah last night.
Okay, I must have missed that one. Silent Hill F?
Yes, essentially what this is, I'm going to describe the trailer, but this girl, it takes place in China, Japan, I think? I can't really tell the structures apart. And it begins with this girl at this memorial with these red flowers in Silent Hill, right? Sarah, is it Silent Hill that it was in?
Yeah.
And what happens is she's at this memorial, Silent Hill, everything's red except for these plants, and these plants start growing all over the place and covering it like it's fucking War of the Worlds. And eventually the girl gets constricted and covered by these. Shit then cuts to her on this pedestal where she suddenly becomes this weird Chiquita banana red plant thing. We see plants growing out of people's arms with the little holes in it. Ugh, I hate that. And then she cries and her face falls out, and as usual in Silent Hill fashion, the underside of a person's face looks nothing that's anatomically correct. But yeah, it's coming out in it didn't give a release date, but the trailer did good, kind of freaking me out, I'll say that. I mean, it had a good traditional Silent Hill film feel to it. What do you think, Sarah?
Yeah. It was kind of, it was weird, but it's interesting to see what's going to happen.
Now, I don't know what it was like, but compared to what we saw before, this is the only other game that has like more of a Silent Hill-esque feel to it, like regular gameplay. There wasn't a whole, like, interested in friggin'... There wasn't really a whole easy description of what the gameplay is going to be. It just looks more like a traditional game.
Mm-hmm.
Cruiser's still muted, so I can't hear him. I'm waiting to see if he gives a reaction to the girl's face falling off. Apparently under her face, it's Resident Evil 7. Like, when I saw that look, I could smell it. There it is. I think the face fell off. See that reaction he had? That was him reacting to the girl's face falling off. Or I'm sure she's fine.
Okay, just saw the trailer, and I think the F stands for fucked.
I know, it's weird. She like turns into this weird Chiquita Bananinator and then just friggin'...
Well, it seems like they took a couple of cues from Resident Evil 5 and The Last of Us.
Yeah.
I say Resident Evil 5 because... Go ahead.
If you didn't say there, I just described the whole thing and just describing. The visual where it shows the plants coming out of the holes in the hands, I'm like, It's
kind of gross.
Yeah. Then her face falls
The
off.
Last of Us, those people... Yeah. In The Last of Us, people were infected by some sort of a fungus, and it seems like this leans a little bit towards that. Maybe that's what the F actually stands for, Silent Hill fungus.
Not her flowers.
Okay, and I say Resident Evil 5 because the buildings that you saw her walking through reminded me of a scene from the 5th game in the Resident Evil series. But yeah, that's kind of creepy.
Yeah, her face falling off, and as usual, horror game fashion, the underside of her face does not look anatomically correct and looks gross and disgusting. But I don't know why. But when I saw that, it reminds me of seeing like the food the friggin' Chandlers were eating in friggin' Resident Evil 7. I'm like, I could smell the underside of that face for some reason.
Bakers, dude. Chandler is Chris Chan.
I know, that was the joke, Cruiser.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. I've called Resident Evil 7 Escape, the one where you're trapped in Chris Chan's house the entire time, like numerous times.
People have mostly compared it to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, if anything.
I know. Yeah, but I'm comparing it to the Chandler household. Anyway, Come on, is there a real difference? Am I right? Not entirely wrong in either side. That's what I thought. Let's move on to the next one here. Silent Hill.
They're evil as sin.
Silent Hill Ascension. This one is actually pretty cool. It's gonna be an interactive streaming. It's gonna be interactive streaming series. It's coming out in 2023, and J.J. Abrams is actually attached to it. He wanted the entire fan community to carve out the Silent Hill canon of their own, which I find interesting. You don't see a lot of interacting. Yeah, it's going to be a streaming.
So it's like so it's a show.
Yeah, there's been a couple of interactive streaming shows. My parents did one, but I forgot what it was called. What do you think of this as a interactive streaming series?
I think it would be pretty cool.
But yeah, J.J. Abrams doing. I think that's an interesting combo. I don't think he's done a lot of. I haven't seen a lot of his horror movie stuff, but you know.
Okay, let's see what we got here.
And lastly,
yeah, so I'm looking at the trailer here because those last two escaped me.
Yeah, the last two,
Okay,
there's really nothing to show. There's really not a lot to show.
This is our last chance.
Their
Can
teaser.
We save her? Yeah, you're right. There really isn't much to show.
There is also another one, Silent Hill Townfall. This one, again, you don't really need to look it up. There really is not much to say on this one, because it just showed much aside from a radio that looks weirdly like a Game Boy. I looked it up on Engadget, and it said a YouTube description for the teaser says the game is set in the 1960s Japan, featuring a beautiful yet horrifying world. The video only gets bloodier as it goes, so dip out early if it's making you squirm, or lean in and get a good look, you lovely freak. There's no word yet on the release or platforms that are for F as well, so we'll see what goes on with that. But I know Sarah said she was excited for that one in particular.
Man, Silent Hill's like really coming back in full force, which is good to see. Don't get me wrong. Well, I definitely prefer Resident Evil. It's not like Silent Hill didn't have some gems. Although I still remember there was this one weird Silent Hill dungeon crawler that was on the PS Vita. Tried playing it. I had no idea what I was supposed to do.
And lastly, we got the one thing that made both Cruiser and Sarah go crazy. God, I am really getting tired of talking about trailers for this series on Ants. Like, this has been a year...
Welcome to the trailer park!
This has been a year of just too much of this. Just too much. I am really getting tired of talking about this. I know it's beloved. I know what this game is, but I'm just getting tired of talking about it.
Resident Evil?
That said, the trailer for Resident Evil 4.
Finally, some good Resident Evil content.
You guys talk about it. I'm tired of talking about Resident Evil on the stream this year.
Oh, you big baby. You won't even play the game.
I don't care if I'm playing the game. I'm tired of talking about Resident Evil on the stream.
We're sick and tired of you talking about Marvel shit.
That's all that's usually coming out news-wise, that they don't put up dates there. You guys talk about this. I gotta go refill my water bottle.
Okay, so what part did you like the best?
On Resident Evil?
Yeah. Say something?
The regenerators.
Ah, yes, the regenerators. Those things were creepy as shit, especially with the way they breathe. Ooh, that was creepy.
I heard it's actually gonna be VR compatible, so you might be able to hear that personally.
What I'm going to be curious to see them do is how they're going to update. Oh my god, what was his name? That short dude.
Friggin'
Salazar?
Yeah.
I think that's his name, Salazar.
He's in there.
I know he's in there. I saw him, but you'll notice that in a way, he was kind of the Joker of that game. And when I saw the trailer, this seemed to be a more serious approach.
His right hand comes off.
So I'm curious to see what they're going to do with that. And it looks like too that, of course, the townspeople are back. Las Plagas is back, and the one thing I always noticed with the not the townspeople, but the people who served under Salazar, if you actually like set them all on fire, I swear to God, they start doing the Thriller dance. Like seriously, like they all do this weird dance as they all burn alive.
I don't know. I haven't seen a lot.
I'm also going to curious to see what they're going to do with Garrador. That was another one that took me a while to figure out how to beat.
Sarah, what do you think about? What are you hoping to see in this remake?
I want to see what they did with Jack Krauser.
Oh, him.
Yep, but yeah, we got to see some cool footage of Ashley, Leon, Luis, Ada, Sadler, Ramon, and some of the monsters that we encounter. We even got to see shots of the new way, that scene where Leon finds Ashley in the one house play out. But there's still pre-orders have started. It comes out on March 24th. But I'm just going to speak for both of us. We have yet to see any footage or news about the best character in that game.
What are you buying?
There he is.
You know, the Duke in Resident Evil 8, the big fat dude, he actually says that line in the game. He goes, "What are you buying?" Just something an old friend of mine taught me.
It's cute.
And the other thing, too, is I remember in the first Resident Evil 4 game, the original version, you could actually kill him. You could actually kill the merchant. But what I want to know is, if you kill him, does he stay dead throughout the entire game?
Yes.
They thought of it.
Does he, Sarah? Did you know about that?
Yes.
Does he stay dead?
I know in the original, like, if you kill him too many times, then he doesn't come back.
I can think of several reasons why he wouldn't. Dude, I would totally...
You're an asshole, stranger.
Dude, let's just face it. I think I speak for all three of us when I say the merchant is the best character in that game. Second to Chopper Mike.
Oh, poor guy. And Leon was just about to buy him a steak dinner.
No, he's the guy that... Does he die in the game?
Yeah!
Oh,
his chopper gets shot down while he's in it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting that was a scene. But also, my other thing is that, like, whether or not they're going to include, is Leon going to be pronouncing Luis's name wrong the entire game? That's always something funny.
He's an American. That's how you pronounce Lewis.
No, it's his name. It's not L-O-U.
Yeah, Luis Serra. Luis Serra. That's how it's pronounced. But he is from that country. We're an American.
Yeah, but the name Lewis in America is L-O-U. I'm sorry, L-O-U-S-E, and his name is L-U-I-S. It's Louise. It's like with like an accent mark. I don't know, but I don't know. That was actually something on the completionist when he pointed that out. I never even noticed. When he dies, he's like, Lois, and the completionist's like, his name is Luis, by the way. I gotta watch more of his stuff.
Oh, the completionist. One of the other souls that were sacrificed to G4.
Yeah. Anyway, Cruiser, I believe it's time for your segment, which is Hooked on Harmonics. Unless you want to...
I thought we were doing a sequel to
2 Minutes
of Controversy because of what happened.
Oh yeah, that's right. We'll be right back with 2 minutes.
I told you people to wait for more information, and you didn't listen. And now we found out that the voice actress from Bayonetta 3 wasn't giving us all the answers. Yeah, she was going to be according to the people making the game, she was going to be paid $4,000 per session. How many sessions? They're looking between 4 and 5. So let's see here. 4, 8, 12, 16. So we're talking at the most over $20,000. She could have made that in just 4 days, instead she went on this little tirade. Now the question is, why did she do this? Why did she sacrifice her career over this? She's saying that they're lying, but I kind of have my doubts. So the only conclusion that I can come to is perhaps maybe she has some sort of a mental disorder, and if that's the case, that's still no excuse. Okay, if you have some sort of a mental disorder, be it bipolar, depression, it's still your responsibility to do something about it. And she didn't, and it cost her job, and not just this job, but possibly her entire entertainment career. I don't know why people in the entertainment industry do this. Okay, it's not hard to keep your mentality in check, and sorry, but it takes more than just one person to bring a character to life. Okay, so this new voice actress they're getting, I don't care what Miss Taylor says. She can. This other character can sign autographs too. I told you people to wait for more information, and for those of you who did, bravo. Those of you who didn't, you deserve every ounce of embarrassment you get. This has been 2 Minutes of Controversy.
Welcome back, everybody, to another nerdy episode of Another Nerdy Talk Show. I'm here with the Concert Cruiser and Sarah. Sarah, do you have a screen name?
The Queen.
Sarah? Sarah? Cut.
Is she no longer with us?
Oh, she said BRB.
Oh.
Oh, Lady Wolf. Thank you. Sorry, she's also typing to us in the chat. So yes, a lot of stuff there. Who did they get to replace her?
Not sure, but the replacement deserves some criticism too. Not because of her taking the job, but also after this happened, she was on the whole, wait for more information to come out first, brigade. However, she was not like that during, I hate to say this, but when the last president was in office.
Oh, that's a good pick. No, Cruiser, I don't care. That's a good pick for who they got instead. Jennifer Hale, I can respect.
Well, I don't know her, but my point still stands.
Who
yeah,
hasn't she played? Sorry, go on.
Yeah, but Miss Taylor was on the fence saying that I'm the one who made that voice. She should not be signing autographs of the character.
Yeah, well,
you were the voice of Bayonetta, but not anymore.
I don't know how many people have voiced Bayonetta. Let me see. How many people have voiced Bayonetta? I don't know a whole lot. Jennifer Hale. Yeah, well, Jennifer Hale was one of 3 people who voiced Samus Aran, so I don't care what anybody says. If you don't know who Jennifer Hale is, oh my god, she has done a lot. Really much a lot. You may know her as, hold on. Let me see, I have to bring up a list for this. I know some of the roles I know her for was, she was Miss Keen in the Powerpuff Girls. And, hold on, like I said, Jennifer Hale. She's gone all the way back to, like, The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest, Codename Kids Next Door, Billy and Mandy, where she played friggin' a lot. Jeez. In animation, she was Ivy in Carmen Sandiego. She was Turmoil's lieutenant in SWAT Cats. In Iron Man, she was Julia Carpenter, the Spider-Man woman. In Pinky and the Brain, she was Winnie. Cow and Chicken, she did work in that. Dexter's Lab, she was Miss Permerwinkle. And yeah, she played Princess Morbucks, Miss Keen, and Sedusa in the Powerpuff Girls. She played Sam's mom in Rocket Power. She was Billy's mom in
Where's my
a
20?
I'll get to that later. She was number 86, Fanny Fulbright from Code's Name Kids Next Door. She did she was Catnapping and Challenge Showdown. She did a lot, like a lot. She was also Avatar Kyoshi and June in Avatar: Last Airbender.
She's back.
Oh, good. We're good. You're back.
Hello.
Dude, she did so much, man. There's a huge list here.
And Taylor thought he could only do Bayonetta.
Yep. She also did films such as Totally Spies the Movie, where she played Sam and Mandy, two of the titular characters, Miss Keene, the Powerpuff Girls movie, and apparently she did some work in Rise of Skywalker. She also did Mortal Kombat, where she played Sonya Blade at one point in The Journey Begins.
Okay, so she was the voice of Sonya Blade. She wasn't the live-action Sonya Blade.
That's correct. She also played Cinderella. She played Cinderella in Cinderella 2, Cinderella 3, Mickey's Magical Christmas. So yeah, she did Cinderella's voice a couple of times. Actually, a couple of more times, and she's the new voice of Cinderella. She was in Metal Gear Solid, where she played Naomi Hunter. And like I said, in Metroid Prime, she was the voice of Samus Aran, where she just did a lot of screaming and grunting. Emma Emmerich in Metal Gear Solid 2. Jesus Christ. You know what? I think if I go down everything, it's just going to be crazy. She also played she played freaking Bastilia Shawn in Knights of the Old Republic. And... Dude, this woman has a huge friggin' resume. So anyway, Sarah, you got a girl named Lady Wolf. Where did you get that name from?
My favorite animal is a wolf. And I'm a girl, so I just kind of combine them together.
So shouldn't that make you a bitch?
Okay, don't call my girlfriend a bitch, dude.
The joke is right there, man. It's easier than a pun. I
don't care. Anyway, but no, didn't you Cruiser, didn't you say you knew a guy who did motion capture for the Wolfman?
Yeah, Spencer Wilding.
In the modern one, right?
The 2010 remake, yeah.
Was that a good movie?
I thought it was. Why it didn't do any better, I don't know.
Sarah? Sarah?
Yes.
2010 remake.
The one with Anthony Hopkins?
Yeah?
Yes.
It was okay. I thought it could have been a little bit better.
I don't know, I haven't seen the original one, but I heard it was people saying it was like mixed or whatever.
It was better than The Mummy with Tom Cruise.
Ah. Or Dracula.
And it was better than Dracula Untold.
I was about to say Dracula Untold. Drink and become Dracula. I'm like, when I saw the trailer, I'm like, yeah, this movie's gonna suck. Tom Cruise is the one that was embarrassing.
Like, at least with the Wolfman, they got a base hit. With the other two, they struck out.
Thank you.
Yeah. There are times when I think I remember a while ago the Nostalgia Critic did a video about when critics are wrong. There's also times when I think the audience was wrong. For example, I think it was wrong that fans of The Evil Dead didn't embrace the remake that came out, I think it was like maybe 2013 or 14. Just because Bruce Campbell, he was done playing the character. He wanted to do something different, and the remake was basically what The Evil Dead would have been if it was a serious horror film. But fans wanted the silly, goofy campiness of it. And it's like, then guys, it's not an actual horror film. It's just B grade schlock. Now, I'm not saying that the original was bad. I mean, heck, we did get a TV series out of it, which I liked. I thought was good. But at the same time, fans should have embraced the remake. But they wanted too much of a good thing, I guess you could say.
Yeah, to their fairness, they did get Bruce as a little cameo after the credits.
Mm-hmm.
And it was awesome.
Groovy.
He just had to say that. He just had to say that. You know, Bruce Campbell is awesome. I mean, his Twitter handle is Groovy Bruce.
I like that. I like that. That's good.
What did you think of the remake of Evil Dead, Sarah?
Like that.
You liked it?
Yeah, I like that.
Like, do you think
Not
that,
to mention, go ahead. Go
do
ahead.
you think it's like departure from trying to return to its like its roots was a good choice, or do you think it was kind of a little bit weird that there wasn't that much comedy?
I mean, with the original, like the original was more like a horror comedy. With the remake, it was nice to see how different they made it.
Well, you know, I've seen people make that transition. I mean, look at the Teen Wolf series. It started off as a comedy movie, and now it's a serious horror thriller. But you know,
And I remember when the Nostalgia Critic did his old versus new of The Evil Dead, and I think he drank the original's Kool-Aid because he declared the old one the winner. The deciding factor was he thought the old had better effects. No, it did not.
well, with stop,
Okay,
I know stop motion's data, but when you look at how it moves, it looks like unnatural. Heck, they used it stop motion for the night in the It remake. That was pretty cool.
Okay, the thing is that because he brought up how, like, well, now, you're learning something from the movie. You can appreciate it more. That's not the movie. That's behind the scenes trivia. Okay, we're talking about as a movie. Behind the scenes trivia doesn't mean anything if we're talking about what we just see on screen. So, and not to mention, when he was talking about how the way the new one was edited to where you can't really see the effects, bullshit, you can see the effects. Okay, don't lie to me, dude. You were just trying to do a hot take.
I mean, whatever you say there. I mean, like I said, I like stop motion effects because I like how, when it comes to horror, because I just like how otherworldly they move. It's just, I know it's an outdated style of special effects, but just when you see how they have to, the work that goes into it and how they look like so weird when they move, it looks otherworldly. It's really interesting stuff. Heck, I've actually seen stop motion effects used for did I ever show you Wizard of Speed and Time?
Probably.
Wizard of Speed and Time was a short film that was turned into a feature-length cult movie by Mike Jitlove, who would later go on to do work for Disney, who was a master of stop motion. And one thing he did that was he used some stop motion effects on live actors, which I thought was interesting because when he plays back, they move like so weird and everything like that. And yeah, it's like more or less the weirdness of the effect that I liked in the stuff there. What do you think, Sarah?
I mean, I've never really seen anything like that before.
Like, would you say the effects were better in the remake or the old version of Evil Dead?
I think they were kind of better in the remake.
I guess so. I mean, like, I'm not a big thing on CGI effects in, like, horror movies. They're just weird and distracting.
They didn't use CGI.
Did they not?
No, it was, if they did, it was very little because it was basically a gore show. It was, so many of the effects were done practically.
Yeah. There was
I can't even think of any CG effects. I mean, in the series, yeah, they definitely used CGI in the TV series.
Maybe I'm thinking.
But
I might be thinking of Land of the Dead. Please excuse me.
I mean, when it came to the Evil Dead TV series, when they had to use CG, they used CG. But when they got away, when they could use practical, they went practical.
There was actually something that someone brought up to me. I think it was my dad who actually brought this fact, and that was the use of blood in some horror movies. So here's the deal: like back then, they used to use like a lot of bright colored blood, like bright red, back then. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that there's a lot of dark colored blood used in like modern horror films whenever there's someone bleeds or something like that? Like the blood is darker rather than too bright?
Yeah.
I think so. I haven't really seen a whole lot of like gory horror as of late.
My dad isn't a big fan on horror movies, but he gave me this fact that actually kind of ruins an illusion. If you bleed and your blood is dark, it means you're going to be fine. But if it's red, it means it's like thinner, and if you start bleeding red, you're in absolute trouble. It's gonna flow out like
it's not really gonna. It's not really gonna ruin anything.
Like when it's so that's why like back then they have more. I felt like blood effects back then were like more like when it like sprays all over the place, or rather than just going like all thick, was kind of like an interesting way to like up it. That's just me though. What?
So Evan, where's my 20?
Am I gonna have to find that soundbite and like record it on OBS?
Well, you told people you're going to explain the joke.
Okay. So earlier in the stream, I was watching a lot of Rocket Power. I'm pretty sure I don't need to tell you what that show was. Sarah, you ever seen Rocket Power?
I have.
I was telling Cruiser we were coming back from the Gorillaz concert. I'm dazed as hell because I either drank a lot or I was just too like over.
And he still drove.
Well, it was Bud Light and I could see fine. But like it was that, and I was like tired when we were going there. I was like, dude, I was watching Rocket Power, and I just want to say up front, I want to strangle Otto Rocket with both of my hands every single time he causes a problem. And like, you know, the slang's like overused, but like Cruiser said, in Lars's gang, there's this guy named, I think his name is Spud or something. And there's this episode where they're playing victims as lifeguards, and every single time Spud has said something, it's like all gargled mishmash, like mush. And then, but when they're supposed to be playing victims for Sam and Twister to save. And, it's killed us.
When you volunteer, when you volunteer, they'll say they'll give you $20 if you do this. And keep in mind, again, he's talking all mush mouth, like
around.
And then they volunteer to be victims for these lifeguards. And Tita, the instructor's like, hey, wait, where's your victim? Here comes Mr. Mushmouth, and the one time he says something clear as day, he goes, "Where's my 20?"
He just says it in like this serious tone. It's so funny.
Yeah, I tried finding the clip because honestly, like again, the one time he speaks perfect English, it's "Where's my 20?"
I want to find that soundbite and use it as like in a situational sound on this show. But that's not what's gonna...
we reminisced about some of our some of the old episodes of Rocket Power and just the weird slang they would use, like major oxygenation or whatever.
They had to make up different things.
Mm-hmm.
Like Shooby, and I thought Shooby was one of the things they made up, but no, apparently my uncle used to be in the surf scene back then saying, no, it's an actual term that surfers used to use for like tourists that would like fill up, that would like cause like less space when they surfed.
And they tried to get one word to take off. It was called Coolaroonie.
Oh my god.
Or what?
Sarah, one night I'm gonna call you in the middle of the night and just say it, Coolaroonie. Just say it. Just say it to you. Cooler Rudy. And there was this one episode where Sam makes a video game. And
God.
I found the clip. It's like they're in the shack, and it's like a Pac-Man clone, and the ghost is the dad, Raymundo.
Mm-hmm.
And he kills you by reminiscing a long story, and then it immediately cuts to Tito saying, "Translate this into English. The ancient Hawaiians used to say, never drink milk from a..." I didn't even say anything. Never drink...
I love that. Translate this into English. The
Never...
ancient Hawaiians
say, never drink milk from a coconut that you found in the dark. And Tito's sitting there like, ancient Hawaiians didn't say that. He's like so casual.
I loved that episode because for once Sam, he poked fun at his friends, and his friends, made him feel guilty about it. And then they kind of realized, we kind of rip on Sam all the time. This was the one time he ripped on us and we couldn't take it. Like, yes, you guys were being punks. But however, Sam learns a lesson and recreates the game, so it makes them all look cool. I'm like, no, you shouldn't have done that. Okay, if you guys are going to act this way, you got to learn to live with the consequences.
Yeah, I make fat jokes at Cruiser all the time, and he doesn't even give a shit. If you do, just tell me. But yeah.
Why would I care? You already slept with me. We're not lying. Evan actually did sleep with me.
I think I told Sarah that story. Sarah, did I ever tell you that story?
You did.
I should probably tell the people at home. Me and him were out to go see it wasn't The Room. It was we were going for a gala meet, and he got a motel. It had one bed, so as soon as he goes to bed, I'm like, "Good night. I'm gonna go perch in the bathtub." And he's like, "No, man, just sleep on the bed next to me. It's fine." I'm like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, "Yeah, fine. I want you to sleep in the bathtub." So he clears a space next to me, and we just sleep in the same bed. I didn't fuck him with the...
Yeah, and the room came complete with a cockroach.
No, that was the Night's Inn. That was Night's Inn. This was the other one.
Either way, a hotel room we stayed at was not very accommodating.
I still have that video online, and I remember I posted it on the Facebook page of that Night's Inn, and they liked it. It was the best. That was the night we went to go see the live screening of The Room.
Which I still encourage people to do. It is a blast to attend a live screening of that movie.
And get a free copy of it online. Oh yeah, Cruiser. Our word of the day was ailerophile. What's it called? Ailerophile, which is a cat lover. So, and the example was, Cruiser is such an ailerophile that he eats cat videos to maintain eternal youth.
Have you seen this circle of beauty? No one can compare. It takes a lot of work to look this good.
Really? It's not a problem with my girlfriend.
She's a chick. You said cat dude.
You're a cat dude.
I don't know. I'm trying. I'm trying to think of a good comeback, and I got nothing.
Oh my god. Sarah, this is what I gotta deal with every single Sunday when I do this stuff. Friggin' cat guy over here doing the whole cat shit. It's crazy.
Well, I'm sorry, but have you seen these kitties? I mean, shit, like, look at those kitties. Still up there with their papa.
Good, you can have mine. She's a spawn of Satan.
Aw, that's so cute.
No, Cruiser, you don't understand. Her cat is mean. I would totally love to see Cruiser see if he can hold your cat for like 5 minutes.
Well, cats generally don't like being held.
Well, this cat like scratches every... Actually, no, Cruiser, you're a good guy who knows how to raise cats, right?
I would think so.
Sarah, why don't you tell Cruiser your problem? Maybe he can help you.
Well, every time I try to pet her, she either scratches me or bites me. I can't walk across my house because she attacks my legs.
Okay, when you go to pet her, don't don't just immediately stick your hand out. Just lay your hand out and let her come up and sniff it first. All right, that's number one. Let her get to know you.
It's worth mentioning. She said that she adopted this cat. It was a feral cat.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't help. Have the vets told you anything?
No.
Have you asked the vets anything?
No.
Yeah, I see a problem here. It's you, not the cat. By the way, Evan, did you tell people why we're not talking about the concert tonight?
Yeah, I told him that Kuma's going there. Happy birthday, Kuma, by the way.
Happy birthday, Kuma the Sleepy.
Yep. Let's not talk about the concert. The point is we went to a concert. You can see highlights of it on Cruiser's TikTok at CruiserBrony on TikTok at TikTok.com or whatever. Or you
TikTok. It's just Concert Cruiser on TikTok.
You can also look up some clips from No Ordinary Balloon Man at No Ordinary Balloon Man 87 on Instagram, and you can see how he got the cool shoe shine.
I got some people who gave me some negative comments about what I said about the Gorillaz show. Just that I think that they sound better live than they do on the album. And everyone's like, how could you say that? Because their music sound more lively live?
Not really.
Yeah, no, people are just triggered especially over the Gorillaz of all people.
Well, they're a pretty significant band at the time. It depends on how you look at it. For the first time in a while, we have some breaking news tonight. It's not so much.
Someone ripped a newspaper.
No, apparently I'm a. Shut the fuck up, Cruiser. Anyway, I'm a. This was released a couple of days ago. Actually, I didn't see this article until now. So yeah. Super Smash Brothers news. The footage of the original early prototype of Super Smash Brothers was released this week. If you don't know, Super Smash Brothers was originally just a fighting game with these generic characters. It was originally actually going to be called Pepsi Man because the characters looked like the character. It was also going to be called Daranto Dragon King the Fighting Game. Dragon King the Fighting Game. There were only screenshots available for this, but apparently there was footage that was released of it online, which I'm going to be checking out later on, so check that out. And yeah, it's really cool stuff there. The video was found on Super Smash Bros. Smashing Beginnings. So yeah, take a look at that when you get the chance. How do we ever get breaking news? Like I said, I always thought to myself, if we did this show during the point where World War III is officially started, like a nuke is dropped, I always said to myself, I know exactly what I'd do. I would not end the show and I'd just stay on here updating every person with the news.
Sorry about that.
What were you doing? What were you listening to?
I just got a notification on Twitter, that's all.
Oh, really? Somebody like you?
Maybe.
Sarah, you hear that? Somebody likes Cruiser.
Yeah, she does.
Okay, again, dude. She's with me.
I like my Evan.
Aw, see, she likes me. But do you like...
I did follow you on TikTok, though.
She said she followed you on TikTok.
Oh. Cool, thanks. Yeah, I just basically use TikTok for my concert clips. That's really it. I don't go on there searching for videos.
That should be your thing. Like, you should only post on TikTok. Just make concert videos.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just said that.
Oh, just sorry, I went blank. There's gonna be one day I'm gonna make a stream that for you and me to be in. That's like 30 minutes long. It's called Two Aspies and a live stream. See how that turns out.
Okay, sure, why not?
I'm just kidding. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, just because all of social media is becoming a loon house. It's just something that I've been noticing here. So I'm very cautious with what I put out there. For TikTok, I just do stuff that's related to music. Concert clips, maybe some reviews here and there I might start doing. Because honestly, like, going in depth when it comes to music is something that's not really worth doing. Again, at least in depth, because most people don't know about what it takes to at least know that much about the process of writing music. Like, if I start talking about scale structure or chord progression, no one's gonna know what I'm talking about. So it's not really worth diving that deep into it. So just say, and most of the time people don't really have much to say about it unless they enjoy talking about the artist's personality, which again, that's not really connected to the music, that's just the artist. So I'll get up there, so I'll post on TikTok like some of my thoughts and see what happens.
Oh yeah.
And I get pretty good results when I talk about music, but when I showed people our VIP suite, that actually got more hits than any other clips from the concert. So I was kind of surprised about that.
Yeah, definitely. I also want to give a big shout out to Hot Diggity Demon. In his new video. He made a new video called What is Fascism?
Fascism?
Fascism. What is fascism? I'm not going to tell you what he does in the video, but when you see what happens in it, you're going to be like, okay, I think I get it. And what he does is ingenious. You'll like it. The people like it. It's good stuff. You know, usual stuff there. Oh, Sarah. You know that guy we watched played that game I made?
Uh-huh.
He made the video 11 months ago, and I put down on his channel in the comment section, glad you like my sprite work. And he said, dude, that was you? Nice! So yeah, some Let's Player actually played Snow on Mount Silver, which is going to be turning 10 years old in October 31st of 2022. My short film, at least, and he loved it as usual. Loved it. So yeah, Bruce Smith, you did a good job. I can't wait. Next stream I'm going to be talking about that for its 10-year anniversary. It may not be my
magnum opus.
It may not be my magnum opus, but I love it. What I did.
And I gotta get ready for my next concert next month.
Oh, what are you gonna see this time?
Ice Nine Kills. The Trinity of Terror tour with them, Black Veil Brides, and Motionless in White. With special guest Atreyu.
Sarah is a fan of Ice Nine Kills. Are you, Sarah?
I am.
Well, I'll be seeing them when they come to Boca. They're coming to Orlando too.
I would totally. Yeah, I get tickets for them, but I'm kind of a little bit indisposed right now. I'm not going to go into details on that public why, but we'll see. But no, she's going to Spookala with me for her first con.
Yeah.
Thanks to this dude, to this bastard right here, telling me everything there.
Yeah, my friend Ari will be coming back. It's very rare I get to see the guy. This year I can say I saw him twice in 1 year, and at the same con of all places. So, looking forward to that.
I'm finally looking forward to finally meeting him.
But what's going to be difficult for me is that the same day they're doing a special concert on Saturday, which Ari is performing with, but their headliner is Power Man 5000, a band I haven't seen since 1999.
Really?
Yeah, but I have that concert and Trans-Siberian Orchestra on the same day. So I gotta do Trans-Siberian Orchestra at 3, then travel like an hour away to Ocala to see Ari and Power Man 5000 that same night.
Are you gonna be able to pull that off?
I think so. I mean, if that show doesn't start till 7, then I think TSO's show is like maybe an hour and a half. Yeah, I should be able to pull it off.
I like to see what you do.
Yeah,
But no,
I mean, because frankly, I like Power Man 5000. I haven't seen those guys in ages. They were at my first hard rock concert. And they put out some good music as of late. So, and also the front man is the younger brother of Rob Zombie.
really?
Yeah, go figure. So I didn't even know that at the time when I met him. And not to mention their autograph that I have hang up there on my wall, I've had since 1999.
Oh my god!
So I want to take that with me. Yeah, I want to take that with me and said I've had this for over 20 years, dude.
That's really cool, man. I mean, like, Sarah, if you were to ask Cruiser how many autographs you own, he'd probably sit you down in a chair, put on the high school graduate thing, and start and break out into song of every single one he has, and you'd probably be there for a long time.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru. I mean, basically like that, but with all this. Yeah, Papa Roach that I guess Lincoln Park, freaking Benjamin, Parkway Drive into Tenacious D.
And
now I kind of want to do.
You go through that, and I'm like, okay, now to move on to the actor's version. But no, let's play a game. Let's play a game right now. Sarah, name one celebrity and see if he has it.
Oh, jeez. Oh. Like a celebrity or a music artist?
Either or.
Norman Reedus.
Yep. He's right outside my door.
He has the original Walking Dead cast autograph.
Well, not everybody, but I have some of the old school members.
Try another one.
Don't think of anything. Don't pick anyone that you can already see on my wall here. Think of something else.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob. No, I actually don't have him.
Oh, we got a goal for next year.
Is he even doing cons?
I don't know.
Probably not.
No one said it was perfect, man, but that's a good way. But he can admit it. Billy Bob Thornton, man, that would be an interesting addition. You know, that's gonna be a segment I'm gonna make for Cruiser next year. This week's autograph of the week, Cruiser's autograph of the week is hold up there. I got an autograph from Ronald McDonald. I don't know why I went there. I actually got him one of Bruce's events that pop video that I make from every year to help him advertise his work. We collect random testimonials from like con owners, celebrities, and everything like that to help him and William get work. And one testimonial he got was from Ronald McDonald, and I had to like get him that name. He's like, Ronald McDonald, mascot and clown. It was really funny.
I would have asked him, what do you think of Pennywise?
He probably wouldn't answer.
He probably, no, Ronald would go, oh, I just killed him. Yeah, he does. he would go, yeah, he kills kids immediately. I kill them slowly with obesity.
Ah.
Kitty, kitty.
That's the thing, like she's Sarah's a big fan of all horror movies of all kinds. Even the most obscure.
So what'd she think of Manos?
Oh my god. Yes, Sarah, you might want to give your stance on that. What did you think when I showed you Manos, the Hands of Fate?
I have the words. The walk.
Hey, Torgo was the best thing in that movie. I don't care what anybody says.
He was probably the only good thing about that movie.
I want to go into a thing whenever we see Torgo walks. I want the whole movie to just start chanting his name as he moves. I'm like, you got this, man. If he didn't
Poor
take
guy.
his, I know. If he was alive today and knew how big his fan base was, he would have been crazy. But yeah, I showed her that. I told her the story and everything and what happened. So yeah, but yeah, like
Did
I
you
said,
Did you show her the sequel?
no, I don't have access to it. I didn't have access to show it to her. But one thing she did see also was Halloween Kills. I mean, Halloween Ends.
I am so sorry.
Halloween Ends, excuse me.
Either way, I am so sorry.
Yeah. I was sad. And I was disappointed.
How could they screw this up so bad? We just want Laurie Strode versus Mike Myers. That's all we want. And they can't do that.
Well, they did in Halloween H2O, and that was pretty cool. Until they made the sequel.
So they
and
have
ruined
their
it.
template. But they didn't follow it.
Dude, the only thing I want is a Sam Loomis movie. And of course, they have to bring back Malcolm.
the doctor, yes.
They have to bring back Malcolm McDowell. My stance on Malcolm McDowell. He may not do the best movies, but after you see what he had to do in Caligula, no, he automatically gets a pass as the best actor in the movie, whatever he's in.
What do you do in Caligula?
You don't want stuff I'm probably not allowed to talk about on YouTube.
Fine, I'll just Google it.
Yeah, what he did in that role is just incredible. I'll give you one hint. He fisted at a man. He was Emperor Caligula. It was really cool stuff. But no, Malcolm McDowell, he actually was a good Sam Loomis.
Did you actually see anything, or was it just implied?
I didn't see the movie all the way through. I couldn't watch it through. I'm like, I can't.
Because that's the thing. When people talk about this crazy stuff that happens in movies, I want to know, do you actually see it, or is it just implied?
It wasn't whole porn. It was it's actually hard to say if he did or not, but he did improvise the scene by picking up it's infamous because he pulls Caligula's wearing like a headband with flowers on it, right? And after he does it, he actually improvises a bit where he pulls a flower off it and leaves it on top of his ass. It's improvised, but no, he did a lot of shit. What he had to do in that movie as that character is just incredible. He was actually really good in that role. But one of the other movies,
he was good at being fisted.
No, he wasn't the one being fisted.
Okay, because I am seeing some interesting scenes here.
Yep. I'm just gonna be up here, guys. I know I don't say this a lot, but if you have any things of checking out Caligula, you're gonna see a lot of weird stuff. But
yeah, so weird that it's time for the final five.
Frick. Welcome everybody. This is the frick, I forgot to turn off your countdown. It's a lot, Cruiser. Anyway, tonight is the final five since Sarah's new here. The final five is where you get 1 minute during the last 5 minutes of the stream to say anything you want. You have 1 minute to do it. And since Sarah is the guest here tonight, I'll let you go first. Get ready, Sarah. Your time begins now.
Well, I mean, thanks for letting me join the show. It was fun. Not really gonna do much. Just hang out with someone special tomorrow. Gonna do some pumpkins. I don't know. Just get ready for Halloween and stuff. But yeah, that's all.
That's all you got?
Yep.
Okay, then that's fine, whatever. I wonder who that special someone is. Anyway, but yeah,
Evan.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Yep.
Anyway, we're gonna move on to Concert Cruiser. Doing his Concert Cruiser shit. Your time begins now.
All right, I am still working on the next Hoof Rock script where I will
I'm sorry.
Where I will be looking at the MLP Christmas album, It's a Pony Kind of Christmas. I Am Shadow will be making another appearance on this, and it's going to be a 3-parter because there's 15 tracks. I'm not going to squeeze that all into one video. Maybe I'll touch on the songs featured in the other MLP Christmas special. I don't know. But that's coming along, and I should also probably work on the next script for my music channel. So, yeah, still making content, still writing, and I hope you guys will enjoy the next video.
Cruiser, let me just give you some advice right now here. It's a Christmas special. You know the law. You gotta have cameos in it. A lot of them. That should be a line I say in that thing there. Cruiser, you know the law. You have to have cameos in Christmas specials. You ask, well, how many? I mean, I got one person. How many do I need? According to the law, you need about 5 or 6. And you're like, you've got to be kidding me. I mean, okay, I'm going to need to do this in parts so I can get some bits for more cameos. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was funny.
Who would I get?
That would be a line you say. I don't know, get someone to dress up like Santa Claus. I don't freaking know. Anyway, my turn. My time begins now. I've been going through a lot of hard stuff right now, but I've been able to get... I actually did some more stuff to this long-ass scene at World Part 2. It's coming together. I'm glad. I'm having a lot of fun with all the time I've had to do it, and so on and so on. And pretty much nothing else there. I hope to get back to drawing soon. It's been like 2+ weeks that I've been drawing, and so on and so on. But we'll see what happens. With that said, everybody here, this has been our stream of the week. Kuma will not be doing Kuma's quote of the week this week because he's too busy rocking it with the gorillas. So we'll see you next week. Have a good weekend, even though the weekend has ended. And next week will be our Halloween stream-esque thing. I don't know. We'll meet again. Don't know where. Don't know when. I mean, I know when because it's going to be next week here, but
It's the end of the show, so don't blow it. It's the end of the show, so don't blow it. It's the end of the show, so don't blow it. End it right.
My life is a bacon-wrapped hell on earth.